In Flutter, if there is a UI, then there may be a state for that UI. In this video, I will cover the UI of the application. This video with the assumption that you have already tackled some code of a Flutter. I will start from main.file and application router or navigation. Before starting the video, I want to share information that I have made changes in the code. You will find those changes in GitHub project, but I will discuss those changes in the last video of this playlist. And my recommendation for you guys to watch first part of this series to understand the application. So now let's start. Hello guys, this is Mohsen AR from CodeCyclo. In the main.file, we have main method, which is integrate in Dart language, and run-up method, you can say it's integrate of Flutter. Here I'm using stateless widget because I'm not updating state here. We have a debug show checked mode banner false to hide red debug banner at the top right corner of the app. On generate root properties used to build pages in Flutter. In the root property, it is written that if root is requested that is not specified in this table or by home, then on generate root callback is called to build page instead. Now I am creating a router.file where I'm going to define root of our application. We have a router class. In this class, I have a static method generate router, which returns any matched material page root. Here I have app tab, login view, and scaffold not found. Login view for login page, app tab view for after login success, and not found for obvious reason. Okay, so before starting to code for our views, I should complete a few things. Let's talk about the tabs I will create for our app. As I already told you, these tabs are not built-in tabs provided by Flutter. I created them by using an inkwell and container widgets. Now I will create a UI directory. We have another directory called views. Then I have a base view.file. Base class for every view that we will be using in our app, just like we used base BO in view models. We will use this class wherever we need to notify the UI to update states. In this base view, I am using change notifier provider and consumer, which are from the provider package. Let's add the package to the pubspec file. And on model ready inside init state method, the init state method is used when we want to initialize something, and this method is called once when the stateful widget is inserted in the widget tree. Remaining code is very simple. It's just generic type and parameters which I will pass. Now let's add images in assets directory. For adding assets we need to add path in pubspec file. I will copy and paste all images to the assets directory. Now let's create util directory. In this directory, I will create multiple dart files and classes which we will be using in our entire application. Now let's create app color dart file and paste all const color values we will be using in our app. And create an app responsive dart file to add media query values for small monitor size. This returns true if screen size is small. Create another dart file called UI util. In this class, we will mention vertical and horizontal space sizes for small, medium and large. Okay, now let's create an app master template dart file. In this file, I will create a class named app tab. Before moving further, I'm going to add demo text for testing to see the app working without any error. Let's create a login view dot file. Again, add demo text to test application. Import app router class. So at this point, our application is compatible for Android, iOS and macOS. These directories are available in our project path. For Windows, we need Windows directory. To configure Flutter application for desktop, type flutter config enable Windows desktop command in terminal or command prompt. For other platforms, just type platform names just like enable macOS desktop or enable Linux desktop. When you type flutter devices in the terminal, it shows connected devices. In my case, I have a Samsung cell phone, macOS and Chrome browser. To add desktop support in any Flutter application, you should have these directories. Type flutter create platform Windows. Copy command and paste in macOS terminal. This command will create a Windows directory in our app. Press enter key. You will see error because to enable Windows platform support, we need Windows OS. Let's run our app in macOS. To run Flutter app in desktop mode, type flutter run -d macOS command in the terminal. Wait to build application. Our application is working fine and this is our login view demo text. In the roots of application, I have mentioned login is the initial root. Now let's add some code for login view, add scaffold, stack and login background widgets. In the login background widget, I am using position widget. And media query height and width. These numbers division style is now changed to %. Check out updated code from GitHub repo available in the description. Add container fitted box to fit widget inside. So here I am using fit cover. It will cover the entire box. Check application side by side. At this time when I am recording video, support for macOS is in beta stage and we may face bugs in our application. I am using best view as we created already. Auth bio here to submit values of username and password fields. So we need form and a key to validate a form. This key should be global key of type form state. Now let's design login form, column, and inside column I am going to add a flexible widget. There are two widgets that look the same in Flutter, flexible and expanded. Both widgets have a differences in fit. Flexible uses loose fit and expanded uses tight fit. Whereas flexible widget does not require the child to fill available space. Flexible widget must be descendant or use inside row, column or flex widgets. Add container, image assets and UI util for small and medium spaces to create layout. Okay, so before creating username and password field, let's design text, also known as label, and text field for our app and use them in the entire app. Create a widget directory, app text.file and app text form field.file. So this class is not as complex as it looks. We have a single text form field widget, sum of properties passed as a constructor parameters, passing controllers for each field, and remember to dispose text editing controller when no longer needed. Add focus node for each field to get focus on next or previous fields. There are many other ways on the internet to get focus on fields. Create app error text class for displaying error in the red color and bold. Now add login button. Here same way I am going to create a app elevated button class that will be used in the entire application for buttons. We are passing parameters, image URL for image on button, focus node is enabled true or false to enable or disable button, on press function to pass function, and text. Inside the function I am validating the form. If validation true, then call authbo login function and pass username and password. If login succeeds, then navigate to next view available in our app router. Okay, so now checking state of application. Is it busy or idle? If busy, then display circular progress indicator. In macOS, before checking the app, we need to add network permission in debug profile and release entitlement files to connect to MySQL database. Now let's add username and password to login in our app. Login success. Now it's time to check the entire validation we added in the login view. So this was the login view. In the next video, we will be creating app tab view.